can't assist you in interfering with the murder investigation. I can't stand in their way.
With that, Judge Stan Strickland strikes down the emergency motions by Casey Anthony's attorney. Jose Baez hoped to gain access to evidence photos and the scene where a child's skull was found 6 days ago. Tony Pipitone was in court for this emergency hearing. Tony, this means the defense team will just have to wait until investigators are done with their extensive search, right?
They will. They did work out a deal where they may be able to get some photos of the scene sent to them as part of a public records request and not the formal process called discovery that would take longer time. So that way they can at least get into those woods and see what was there pretty recently. But those motions were denied today. The defense attorney says they are just trying to get the information as soon as possible, in part to preserve Casey Anthony's appellate rights in the event that she is ultimately convicted of this. But aside from all the legal discussion and conclusions that went on in this half-hour hearing this afternoon, one bit of news that came out of this was for the first time we heard from a sheriff's official, the attorney for the sheriff's office, that that skull found out there Thursday did belong to a little girl. Casey Anthony's attorneys came to court today to preserve evidence that they anticipate is being destroyed, both at the scene where a little girl's remains were found and in the laboratories where the remains were taken.
I think it is the defense's responsibility and the courts to preserve evidence so that the ability of a fair trial can be done and not impeded in any way.
But Judge Stan Strickland, as he did last week, pointed out it's too soon for him to get involved.
So I can't assist you in interfering with the murder investigation, and that's basically what this amounts to. I just can't do it.
Not while the search for clues continues. And not before there's an official determination made that those remains are Caylee Anthony's, although, of course, everyone out there believes that to be the case. Now, we were told today a minute amount of the remains was sent to the FBI lab in Quantico to do DNA testing. They will wait for those results before announcing them. And, of course, then the defense will be able to do a second autopsy that it's been seeking through the auspices of the medical examiner's office. There's a procedure set out in the rules for them to do that, and they're going to take advantage of that as well with these experts that we told you about yesterday, these nationally renowned experts that have been coming here. Now, coming up at 5 and 6, more on the hearing today, including there was a clue in there. And I talked to someone about that, and it could be a crucial clue as to what they found in that crime scene and how it could bear on the evidence in this case. We'll explore that more at 6. For now, reporting live from the Orange County Courthouse, Tony Pipitone, Local 6.
All right, interesting, because so much about that crime scene has been kept quiet. We'll look forward to that. Tony, thank you.
All right.
Now to the search for more remains, clothing, and clues where the girl's skull was found Thursday. As the crime scene investigators continued their work, we're learning more about the site from neighbors. Lewis Bolden is live now in front of the Anthony home, just blocks from where the remains were found. Lewis, the woods in that area are known to be a hangout for kids.
That's right, Jackie. One woman in this neighborhood not far from where those remains were found, she says she's not surprised at all that they were found in that wooded area. This is also an area that one of Casey Anthony's childhood friends told detectives about months ago. Now, Estelle Alvarez didn't want her face shown, but she lives even closer than the Anthonys to the area where the remains were found last week. Her backyard is adjacent to the area. Many residents say the woods are a hangout for young kids and teenagers, and it has been for years. Alvarez has lived here 16 years and says she and her husband actually installed a fence because there was so much foot traffic through those woods. Does it surprise you that a baby's remains were found out there?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all because of the goings-on back there. I mean, who knows who goes back there all the time or whatever. Yes. A lot of kids playing around and doing drugs and drinking and doing whatever it is that teenagers do.
Casey Anthony's childhood friend, Keo Marie Cruz, took a detective to the area months ago after she found out Casey had borrowed a shovel from a neighbor. Cruz took the detective to the woods behind Hidden Oaks Elementary School, where she and Casey would hang out back in junior high school. And she told the detective about another wooded area across the street, which is the general vicinity where those remains were found. Now, the resident I talked to believes those remains could have been found much sooner, and I'll talk more about that coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, we're live on Hope Spring Drive. I'm Lewis Bolden, Local 6.
You know, there's such shock that the remains were found so close to that home. Did authorities search that area right after Caylee was reported missing?
Well, Jackie, we know that Texas EquiSearch searched the area for a while, but they didn't get very far because of the standing water in this area after Tropical Storm Faye. The Orange County Sheriff's Office says they searched the area as well. We're not exactly sure when. That's something else we're going to be looking into at 6 o'clock. Jackie?
We know that area is so much drier now with the lack of rain. Lewis, thank you.